I am here tonight instead of Heidi Waitchins, who unfortunately is unwell and hasn't been able to make it. She sends her sincere and profound apologies, but I know she would be delighted to see so many of you here tonight, and I'm sure at least half of you are here for more than just pizza, and that's a big win, so thank you so much. We're really lucky tonight to have 3 VIPs to kick us off on Small Business Month for the Chamber of Commerce. We have Senator Anne Urquhart, Mayor Marcus Blackie, and Dr. Catherine Dale, our Acting General Manager. I'd like to start off by handing over to our Mayor, Marcus Blackie.
Thanks everyone. As Mayor and on behalf of all King Islanders, I'd like to commend our great Chamber of Commerce for their King Island Small Business Month initiative for October 2024. I declare the Small Business Month open and welcome everyone here tonight. The Chamber of Commerce have designed an excellent program of events for the month. You can see the flyers on the table there, and they'll be advertised in the days ahead. I commend it to you all. Out of courtesy, again, I'd just like to welcome Senator Anne Urquhart, and Anne's brought over a couple of her team that are with her tonight. Senator Urquhart is a federal senator for Tasmania, Government Whip and Chief Government Whip in the Senate, so she certainly packs some clout. And moreover, Senator Urquhart is the most frequent visitor to King Island of any political persuasion or any politician of any political persuasion. So, Senator Urquhart, great to have you here tonight as always. I'd like to welcome Cherie Vertigan and her team from the Cradle Coastal Authority. It's nice to have them visiting at the moment, Cherie and her team, so welcome. I'd like to acknowledge my fellow councillors, Deputy Mayor and other councillors here tonight, the General Manager and also the council staff who really wanted to get behind Small Business Month this year in particular. And most of all, I'd like to acknowledge small business owners and operators that are here tonight and those that are out there still working tonight. And of course, all of us grateful customers. We should never forget that it is thousands of small engines that power our economy, not just a couple of huge ones. Those small engines are Australian small businesses, and they are a heck of a lot leaner and more efficient than the big engines. I'm immensely proud of our small businesses here on King Island, like getting a haircut from Maisie, like I did last Friday, an irresistible new tool from Terry Perry's, $2 worth of dog bones from the butcher shop. What a bargain, don't our dogs love that? Trish Doherty's great jams from the CWA. I could go on and on and on. There are so many examples of amazing, innovative small businesses here on King Island that we're immensely proud of. And I even wrote a book as a side hustle as Mayor, and it sold out, so I guess I'm also a small business entrepreneur as well. And most farmers probably categorise themselves as small business operations as well. Coxie is a tradie. He's got more $100 under the bill than anyone, so we won't count tradies as small businesses. They're, as I said, too many $100 bills under the mattress. Good on you, Coxie. 2024 has been a tough year for King Island and a real test of our resolve, but we're holding fast and we're keeping the faith. To steal Mark Twain's famous quote, reports of King Island's doom and demise are much exaggerated. Coming out of this tough period, our luck is changing for the better. Like beef prices are up at the moment, just when we need it. Beef prices are really good at the moment, so it's just the kind of good luck we need to swing back our way. We will get through 2024 and become stronger than before. I therefore issue a clarion call to all to never take our small businesses here on King Island for granted, to pile in and support them, to spend your money with them as much as you can. Give Dan Murphy's and the rest a miss. Buy it local where you can and if you can. Support our local businesses, and let's get our King Island economy firing again, especially as we head into spring and summer. We're up for a big rebound. We can feel it already. The weather's improving. We've had a heap of rain recently. The pendulum's starting to swing back, and our luck is starting to come back to us. We are the little island that can. Thank you.
Well, can I first of all start off by thanking Mayor Blackie for that warm welcome, and it is lovely to be here again, and I am a frequent visitor because I love the island and I love everything about it. I love the genuineness and the friendliness of the people here, but I also love the beautiful landscapes and everything that it delivers here, so it's great to be back. Obviously, it is Small Business Month, and I'm really happy to be here with the Mayor and others tonight to launch Small Business Month. And as the Mayor's already outlined, small business is an integral part of any community, but particularly on an island like this, it's really important that small business sort of keeps everything ticking over. You'll find loyalties around King Island small businesses, much more than larger companies that come in and then pack up and leave as you've seen before and all that sort of stuff. one of the things that I really love about coming to King Island is dropping into small business, going and have breakfast at a local cafe, going out to the beautiful Island Sisters to have wonderful coffee, maybe dropping into that beautiful nursery if they've got any of the gorgeous earrings that they make here, and all the other stuff that happens. The art here, I've got 2 beautiful pieces of art from local artists. That one hangs in my lounge, pride a place over my fireplace, and the other one hangs in my office in Devonport. So there is so much that King Island gives back in terms much bigger than the size of what King Island is. I'm here tonight to deliver a message from the Small Business Minister, Julie Collins, and I'd just like to read out some words for her. So Julie who is the Minister for Small Business based in Franklin in Tasmania, she said, "I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to provide some words for tonight's official opening of the King Island Small Business Month. I'm sorry I can't be with you in person today." But she says, "I'm glad that my colleague and fellow Tasmanian Senator Anne Urquhart is there to celebrate with you all. I firstly would like to say that small business is at the heart of all communities right across the country. The Albanese Labor government understands this importance, and this is why we are focused every day on helping small businesses bounce back from challenges and improving long-term resilience. Our recent budget is helping ease the pressure on small business by providing $640 million in practical targeted support. And, my office is happy if small businesses want to reach out to get information about some of those areas. This includes a further budget investment to support the mental health and financial wellbeing of small business owners by extending the new Access for Small Business Owners, which provides free and confidential mental health support to small business owners, and extending the Small Business Debt Helpline, a national free and confidential phone-based financial counselling service for small business owners. As the Minister for Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry, as she is, as well as the Minister for Small Business, she said, "I also want to reiterate the support that is available for farmers, who many I know are also small business owners. The key measures that farmers can access that are always available include drawing down on their farm management deposit holding, accessing the rural financial counselling services, concessional loans via the Regional Investment Corporation when individuals have taken a significant hit accessing the Farm Household Allowance." And she says, "I wish you all the best for Small Business Month." So that's a message from Julie, a friend of mine and colleague. I guess I want to just wrap up by saying this has been a particularly hard time for King Island. We know, the wet weather clouds hang over Saputo. I mean, you've had the drought, which has put enormous pressure on everyone on the island, but particularly farmers and small business owners. And obviously, if farmers aren't getting an income, then that impacts further into the community. It's lovely to see flying in the island green again, but of course there's not much growth there at the moment. It's so cold, but hopefully when spring finally arrives, that might start and it will pick up again. Obviously the announcement by Saputo, and I was here a couple of weeks ago with the Premier, Jeremy Rockliff, as part of the King Island recovery team that Mayor Blackie and others are on, which we will look at how we can support the island going through that period. And the Coordinator General, I finally got that right. I kept wanting to call him the Auditor General, but I finally got the Coordinator General after about 10 tries today. Jeremy has him working on looking at opportunities for someone to purchase the dairy, which is, would be the absolute best outcome, of course. And I understand they were here, there was a team of people here last week doing some due diligence, which is really good because we're acting really quickly. And of course today, you pick up the front of the Advocate and you hear the story about the mine, not withholding trading or, halting trading at the moment. So it's a very, concerning time for the island because it is a small island with, opportunities galore, but when those sort of big hits come, it doesn't help. One of the things that I've done this afternoon is been in touch with our ministers in relation to the mine, and I know that I think the department, the the federal department has already been in touch with the mine owners or whatever, so there's discussions happening around how that will proceed forward. I'm a glass half full person, even though I haven't got a glass in my hand at the moment, but hopefully, you know, I like to think that if we work together and all levels of government, you know, local, state, which is, you know, different colour to mine, but we sit down and work together really well to try and make sure that we can get the best outcome for all businesses, whether they be small or large. But it is a real pleasure to be here again, Mayor Blackie, and thank you for welcoming me. Everyone on the island always welcomes me when I come in. I think everyone knows my name, but I can't remember names. I'm shocking. But I know that, you know, when people say welcome, it's really sincere. So I want to thank you all for that. So, and I think I'm going to handball over to Catherine now. Thank you.
It's great to see you all here today or tonight. And it's a shame that Heidi's sick, but Helen's jumped in and done all the photocopying and run around. So thank you, Helen, for picking that up. And so thank you to the Chamber for putting on all of these functions and events for this very important month. Now, I've only been here 5 months, so I'm not going to be a local. I can't pretend to be local. I do use a local hairdresser. She's not here yet, but yeah. So I certainly know about being local. But I have been a CEO and or general manager in both Victoria and New South Wales. So I certainly understand the importance of small business in a regional centre. So and so thank you for the invitation to say a few words, and I will be quite brief. So I'm someone who likes mathematics. I know it's a bit odd, but I like figures. So at the global level for Australia, small business is defined as 20 employees or less. So in Australia, small business contributes 590 billion, which is equivalent to a third of Australia's GDP, which is very, very impressive. Moving a little more locally to mainland Tasmania, in Tasmania, 97% of all businesses are small business. So that's pretty amazing too. And moving even more local to King Island, we have 318 registered businesses. So that means that we have a predominantly small business, which would make sense. But interestingly, the employment rate in King Island is 98.1%. So that means unemployment, you can do the mathematics, unemployment is 1.9% compared to mainland Tasmania, which is 5.9%. So I think we're doing pretty well. So, interesting when I came here, many interesting things, but government is classified under the Tasmanian Planning Scheme as business. Go figure, I don't quite get that, but anyway. So we do have, local government does have an affinity with all of you because we're classified as business even though we're government. So there you go, so we have a lot of things in common. So just in relation to small business, so clearly the economic contribution of small business, you create jobs, hence why we have such a limited and small number of unemployment, which is fantastic. And the other thing is that when you have small business, you have local economic growth. So when you go and buy something from one of your neighbouring small businesses, of course there's a flow-on effect. The other issue about small business, or the matter, is that of course it is about local identity, and here we are all tonight mingling and having a chat about, you know, who does what and whatever, and again we contribute to the local identity of King Island. I would just like to close by saying, of course, this is also a community that is glued together by small business, and that's really important as well. So I'm now standing between you, more pizzas and more drinks. So that's always a very dangerous position to be in. So I'll close and say congratulations. Thank you to the Chamber. Have a great time and enjoy Small Business Month. Thank you.